Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to try this at home. It's a bit tricky, but let's attempt and see with whatever I have. I have just two of these, not exactly the ones you saw in the video. And for the cup, I have a small cup. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to attempt it at home. I've seen many of these videos and I just thought today of trying it at home. I have this small piece. It's already kind of hot and I'm going to place it over this so that I can keep the container or the coffee pot at a slanted angle. Now after some difficulty I managed to get it slanted. Now let's keep our fingers crossed and pray that this doesn't fall off because it's full of coffee. Okay, so now let's keep the milk right about here. So you know what is expected. The coffee will get hot and then it will sort of overflow from this pot to the next one, which will have the milk, and then I'll keep a cup. This is the current setup that I have managed to make. It's very delicate. If I touch this, it might fall off. This has the coffee, the milk, and then it will cascade. The coffee is supposed to cascade and fall into this small cup that I have. I'm not sure if this will work because this is not the ideal setup. Let me try and let's see how it goes, right? So let's start. Now I have fired up the stove. It's a matter of time now. Let's hope that this coffee overflows into this container, and then this container, the final coffee, falls off to that cup. And let's see if we can recreate that video that we saw. Now I'm just thinking one thing. What if the coffee starts overflowing from the sides? Let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Okay, cascading. Oh no. The first attempt was an utter failure, as you saw. What happened was the tilting angle was not right. So because of that, the coffee was falling onto the stove, and that created a problem. I've used foil to create a nozzle, a longer one. Now I'm just hoping that my next attempt will be a success. This is my plan now. In worst case, I will be holding it in this angle so that the coffee gets into this. Okay, I have fired up the stuff. Now let's see what happens this time. Now I have managed to keep a few metal pieces that I found at home to maintain this. The difficulty is to maintain this angle, and then to create a channel for the coffee to fall off into the next container instead of the stove. So let's see how this whole thing turns out to be. I'm hoping to get at least a little bit of coffee. This cup is just around 30 milliliters. It's a espresso shot cup. Ideally this container should not be this big, but that's all I have. I have a small one and a big one, but it would have been much better if both were the same size, smaller size. So the coffee will be the coffee will actually start rising sooner. Now I have used a lot of coffee here just to make it rise, and it's just for the experiment. Now really hoping that this technique works, and obviously this will be my final attempt. Oh, right. It's a bit okay. It's a bit overflowing. It's still boiling. I added a little bit more coffee. I made coffee separately and I've added. Let's see how it goes. Now I've added a little bit of more water, and this is the coffee, the mess that I created earlier. Now again, let's see. It's boiling for the now. Right, okay, it's a success, but it's messy, but it's a success. Woo! That was difficult. I thought beginning of the video that it's going to be easy, but no. Doing at home with limited stuff, it's going to be a challenge. I managed to make it. I don't know how it's going to taste. I kept adding on coffee and water, as it was not boiling, and obviously I have sort of burnt the coffee by boiling it more, so I don't know how it will taste, but I have to taste. I have to do the taste test. So this is the coffee, and you can see the coffee here. The coffee powder itself, it has sort of because there was no filtration going on, and experiment. I'm going to taste it, keeping the fingers crossed. I don't know how this is actually going to be like. Let's hope that this thing doesn't make me sick. Kind of burnt. I think it's coming from the coffee or the milk, because both of them were on the stove for a long time. I think I can say this project was a success, even though the coffee doesn't taste right, it doesn't taste good. Maybe if I have the proper setup, just like in the video, maybe then it will be much better than this. As I showed you, I didn't have the proper setup. I had a big Turkish coffee pot, and then I had a small Turkish coffee pot, and then I had this small Arabic coffee. Actually, this is used for Arabic coffee. Now you might think if going through all this trouble was worth it, because you could just make the coffee the easy way. But when I saw the video, the original video, I wanted to try this, and I genuinely, to be frank, I thought this will taste different, but it tastes really bad. I wanted to try this at home because I was bored. So that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed me making this coffee, or let me rephrase it. Hope you enjoyed me attempting to make this coffee. It was definitely a challenge because our kitchen setup is the stove is in the corner, and the lighting condition isn't that great, and the coffee setup wasn't great as well, and the tilting, everything was difficult. This is it. We have come to the end of the video. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. This will mean a lot to me, and stay tuned for the next video.